60 Stunning Photos from History. Part 52. Sophia Loren in Douglas Kirkland Photoshoot, 1972. Henry VIII's armor suits had ever so slightly exaggerated codpieces, 1500s. Natalie Wood in 1960s. Con Tien, Vietnam, October 1967 as President Johnson ramps up the war. A sailor meets his baby for the first time after 14 months at sea, 1940s. This photo shows one of the most famous personalities of our time. Write in the comments who you think it is. A group of sadhus in northern India, holy men, pose for a picture in 1890. Brooke Shields, 1981. Photograph of the bottom half of a woman who was suffering from hysteria at the asylum. Shown here are various types of Indian dwarfs and giants, photographed by the Eugenics Society to demonstrate how humans could be selectively bred to control size in 1912. Jack Nicholson at his prom, 1953. The 1920s trend for lowered stockings led to a craze for hand-painted women's knees. Hyperthyroidism, the same disorder that causes goiters, can also cause bulging eyes, as shown in this 1908 photograph. Leather welder's mask, 1930s. A 1914 Life magazine cover, what we will be wearing in 1950 and looking at 1914 fashion. Write how accurate this prediction was. Helena Bonham Carter during a break on the set of Planet of the Apes. Models from the CBS game show, The Big Payoff, Pat Conway, Cindy Robbins, Marion James and Connie Mavis on the large spinning disc, known as the human roulette wheel. Exhibitions at Coney Island's Freak shows a man with facial deformities, 1916. Victorian patients who were banished to lunatic asylums, 1901. Monica Bellucci for Dolce & Gabbana, 1992. Marilyn Monroe in front of John Kennedy. This is a staged photo with doubles. In reality, no intimate photos of Monroe and Kennedy existed. Nazi guard Jenny Wanda Barkman in front of a pile of shoes at Stutthof concentration camp, 1943. In the 1960s, the public became obsessed with the Beatles. Throngs of female fans swarmed the band and one woman was so desperate that she threw her disabled child at Paul McCartney in Sydney. Last day of government gold distribution, China, 1949. Who knows the reasons for this distribution? Public toilet in Paris, France, 1875. Protests after Ruby Bridges, a black girl, became the first to attend an all-white school, 1960. Look closely at the poster the boy is holding. Americans capture a German soldier who was buried alive in a trench on the defensive line, Linnich, Germany, 1945. A U.S. Army helicopter sprays chemical weapons over the jungles of Vietnam, 1967. Write in the comments, to what extent is this acceptable during a war? Naturist club members listen to a sermon, Canada, 1960s. Four-wheel drive, 1930s. A bicycle regiment of the Dutch army on the eve of the German invasion, 1940. Who knows what the point of such troops is? The stairs of death at Mauthausen concentration camp, 186 steps up which prisoners were forced to lift 50-kilogram granite blocks, 1942. Atheist dog, Madrid, Spain, circa 1960s. The KGB ring was used for espionage purposes and for discreet photography. The film of the camera is wrapped around the finger, and the optics are high definition, 1965. Brunettes boycott the film Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, 1953. Children in the trenches of an air raid shelter in England, circa 1941. U.S. military base in Pearl Harbor after Japanese carrier-based bombing, Hawaii, December 7, 1941. In this photo, the first tests of the electric chair on a prisoner sentenced to death, 1956 USA. Harry Houdini escaping from a prison cell, Washington, 1906. Cher on tour during the Love Hurts Tour, 1992. Students from the University of Heidelberg smoke opium, Germany, 1903. A painting by Austrian artist Adolf Hitler entitled Munich Registry Office, 1910. At Winston Churchill's birthday, November 30, 1943. Early feminists, 1911. Games over the Abyss, 1932. Would you dare play golf like that? Indonesian man suffering from leprosy, 1984. Testing a new fireproof building material, New Haven, 1949. An Aleut hunter in traditional waterproof clothing made from sea lion intestines, Alaska, 1905. The mummified head of the German nun Maria Rosenthal, 18th century. Bikini contest, Australia, 1980s. Slaves working on a potato plantation, 1862. Miniature coffins from a funeral director's travel suitcase, 19th century. Mercedes-Benz W125 record wagon racing car exhibited in the German pavilion at the World's Fair, Paris, 1937. Knives from the 16th century were often engraved with notes and lyrics of hymns that were sung before meals. Cheese vendors in Paris, France, 1938. A vendor slices Emmental cheese. An elephant holds a circus performer by the head, 1937. And this is how women straightened their posture 150 years ago. Dolly Parton, 1989. Mike Tyson, suffering his first defeat, 1990. Princess Elizabeth, 13, wins a swimming award with the London swimming team, 1939. A rare example where an engineer thought about the mechanic, 1950s. A college party, 1900. Anti-aircraft guns lay down a curtain of fire, tracers, to protect an Allied base in Algiers from Axis aircraft during a surprise raid on March 2, 1943. Weeping Nancy, USA, 1945. Jean Yanni, American pin-up model, 1957.